Hey guys, welcome to another long-awaited episode of Ask Mark. We haven't been recording for over a month now. One reason is because Mark, you've been on vacation.
Yeah, just got back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, thank you. It was an awesome trip in Europe. I'll make sure to post some pictures pretty soon.
Cool. Right back into the fire, you know.
Yeah.
And then we've obviously had some other priorities that we've had to take care of in the last little while. So, but now we're back. We're going to try to record on a more regular cadence. And this one is going to be a long episode. We've got 15 questions, plus we want to talk about a couple things before we even get into the questions. So sit back, get comfy. It'll probably be about 15 minutes or so.
Cool.
So getting right into it. The first two things that we want to talk about is there's been a lot of feedback from the community on car classes. The two main points that we wanted to speak to are probably the two biggest points that we've been getting back from the community that I've seen across all the different channels, Facebook, Twitter, and the forums. So the first one is the events. So we've got a lot of feedback about events of the day. The community wants to see more events, and I'll let you talk to that.
For sure, yeah. So again, Drew's been feeding back to the game team. We've been listening. Basically, I believe it's next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, next patch. Yeah.
Next patch, basically all the Team Escape events will be turned on.
Yeah.
So that will give you guys a little bit more of a breath. And
give us some more events to play too as well. So yeah.
Exactly. And going from there, what we'll do is we'll keep monitoring your feedback and seeing how you guys like that, and we'll go from there. Again, with car classes coming in, it's quite a major change.
Big change, yeah.
And you'll see tweaks and going forward every week.
Yeah.
So this is one of them. You guys wanted more events? Let's turn Team Escapes back on.
Yeah.
And we'll continue to monitor.
And then I will want to say one quick thing about that is when they get turned back on, they're going to be set to different restrictions. Some will be open, some will be restricted to a class. I do believe that those are going to change on a daily basis, or if not a weekly basis. So if, like, say, the all-in is Class E right now, that may change to keep the events varied up. So we'll continue to change that. I will make sure that happens with the team. Cool. All right, the next big point was the performance customization. So a lot of people have been seeing, they grab a part, so for example, a handling part, they apply it to the car and they don't get the expected result that they say. So
yeah, so for that one, that was news to my ears. There's some nuances within the physics engine that if it's a major discrepancy, we probably think that's a bug.
Yeah.
Now it's not everybody's screaming for that, so if it's a specific car, I'd love for you guys to feedback and basically we'll track it and we'll fix it.
Yeah.
With the Zonda Cinque, a lot of you guys were unenthused around the performance, and we agree with the
me involved too. I was quite upset about that.
Yeah, I got back on what was it, Monday or Tuesday there, and Drew came right to my desk and says, "Fix this for the
7:45 to 8 in the morning."
Fix it, and and basically we retuned it and fixed it. So you'll see that fix rolling in.
Just to note, the Cinque is a Class S.
Yeah.
It will be a Class S next Tuesday.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're again little things like that with the new system. We're working out the little bit of the kinks, but again, with us being a live service, we're able to roll out fixes on the fly.
Yeah, so as we go on, guys, we're going to be fixing a lot of the parts where we basically want to make it so you're never going to put on a part and see a negative reaction from the car, or don't get the expected results. And what I mean is if it says plus 14, it should have a positive result. So so thank you for your guys' feedback on that. I know you guys have been saying a lot on the forums, a lot on Facebook and Twitter. We do thank you, and we like it when we get feedback like that. Constructive feedback is good. Yep. All right, so this week, now we can get into the questions. We have 15 questions that we took exclusively from the forum. So the forum community reached out to me and they asked, can we take the questions from the forum for next Ask Mark? So yes, that's what we did. So 15 questions. These were the most frequently questions that we could answer. There was a lot of questions. I know that the forum community is going to be back and say, oh, you didn't answer this question, because quite frankly we can't answer it at this point. So these are the questions that you guys came up with. So number one, and I'm not going to mention any names just because a lot of people ask these questions. When can we expect drag mode?
So the short answer to that one is fall of 2012.
Yeah.
The team, again, we've been saying this, they're working on it now.
Yep.
It's prototyped. They're making the tracks. They're tweaking it out. So it's looking really good.
It's fun, actually.
It's really fun. It really reminds me of the old school Need for Speeds, the early days, going back to some of the grassroots there. So again, stay patient. They're on it, and it'll be out.
Fall of 2012. Yeah. Next question is, when will you guys bring the free roam chat back? And let me prefix this by saying, as I know a lot of the people saying questions, they don't give us the answer soon or stand by. Quite frankly, guys, we can't give you more of an ETA at this point, just because we're constantly working on it. It is one of the highest priority features that we are working on right now. We will bring it back as soon as we possibly can. And other than that, there's not much more information.
Exactly. Until the team feels it's ready, we'll continue to work on it, make sure it's stable, make sure it's polished up. We won't put out a feature until we feel pretty confident.
Yeah, so make sure that that the chat won't degrade your gaming experience.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, all right. Next question is: will it be possible to tune every car, for example, the Mazda MX-5, from their base class, which in this case would be D for the MX-5, to the top class S? So can you take a bottom class and bring it all the way up to S?
Exactly. And that's the whole point of car classes, is if you have a favorite car, you can just basically max out that ride, and you can basically make a car per class if you really like. A lot of guys are doing that as we speak. You know, they're going back into their garage, they're playing cars that they haven't played, you know, wiping the dust off it, and having great races in the different classes. So absolutely.
Cool. All right, next question is, are in-game cash car prices going to be reduced?
Okay.
Yeah.
So the cash prices of the cars won't be reduced, but what Melvin, our lead designer, is doing, I believe on Tuesday,
that's coming in next batch.
He's increasing the rewards. So that sort of helps balance it out for you guys. So it's the same effect, it's just we're accomplishing it in a different way.
Yeah, so that's good news. Again, great feedback from you guys. Thank you for that. Here's a really popular question that came up that I'm curious for myself, because here's the question, okay? So one, how do you determine the NOS power of each car? And I'm going to prefix this by saying you guys have come up with this term that the team, I mean, we find pretty interesting. You guys call it cosmic NOS. Now, there is, in terms of the code of the game, the way the cars function, there is no such thing as cosmic NOS. There's not some special ability or a skill or something that we do behind the scenes that gives the car cosmic NOS. So quite frankly, cosmic NOS doesn't exist. However, the effect that you guys are talking about,
the effect that you guys are probably talking about, so the NOS is actually tied in with the torque curve, and depending on the torque curve, the cars will react differently at the higher RPMs with when you hit NOS. The other aspect of it, not looking at the torque curve, is obviously the skill mods. If you guys are putting on these extended NOS and all that. So a lot of times before, people were confusing, oh, this guy's got crazy NOS. Well, he's just, you know.
Yeah, he might be in a car that's got really high torque that also has all these mods on.
Exactly. So that's it. I'm not personally hand tuning the NOS per car. So clear out that misconception. So yeah, that's that. Can I go back and fix a car's cosmic NOS? The answer is no. I would have to retune the entire engine and all that.
Okay, sweet. Next question. Okay, I'm just making sure I got where it was. Okay, what are the plans for the connecting roads between Pelmont, Kipton, and Rockport? For this one, the basic overall question here is, what are our plans for adding more areas to the game? And that kind of works into the next question too, is what is the plan for Canyon? So we're gonna quickly answer the question, are we adding new areas, is essentially what they're asking.
Yeah. So right now, new areas, no. Not a focus at all at the moment. Yep. We're very, very busy with drag and other progression
and other on and out stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
And then the next question is, what is the status of canyons, and when can we expect them to see this in the game? This is something that we've repetitively answered. We're going to put it to bed now.
Yeah, canyons are not on the priority list right now.
Nope.
Not this year and not early next year. Right now, it's just not a priority. So we will announce it when, trust me, we want to give you guys we did that mistake, what was it, over a year ago. We said, oh, we got canyons, and everybody just jumped on it saying we'll be, releasing it soon. Priorities shifted since then, so bear with us. We're trying to make the game that you guys would like to see, hence why we went to car classes, hence why we're making all these changes in progression.
Well, it's actually a good time to actually talk about this. So we've done the skill mods change, we've added car classes, and it's all towards an overall goal, which
which is one more big chunk coming towards the end of the year as well. Yeah, that will even enhance the gameplay as well. So
we're trying to. You'll see. Yeah, you'll see.
We'll give you guys more insight.
Okay, I totally lost where I was. Okay, next question. This one's for me. Yeah, will there be more community challenges in the future, like when we held the Team Escape a couple weeks ago? That was a couple months ago now. Yes, actually, we're planning to do a whole bunch more community challenges and, community events in the next little while. So we have, for sure, 3 community events that are lined up, and that's going to be, when are we starting that? It's in like 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
I believe so.
Yeah, so like in about 3-4 weeks, we're going to have back-to-back community events. They're going to be 2 weeks apart. They're going to be one of the community favorite type of events.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of the community challenges, because we have these back-to-back community events, the Teamscape Challenge and other sort of similar ones, we'll have to wait until we get through our next 3, and then for sure, I know that the Teamscapes Challenge is something that you guys definitely want to get going. So we'll get it done. So we'll bring it back before the end of the year. So look for that. But there's 3 more before that will happen. Cool. Next question. So I told you it's a long one. We're at the 10-minute point. Still got about 6 questions to go. Next question is: will you be adding any current body kits, rims, neons, etc. for in-game cash? Yeah.
So that's one of the ones where, when we add, we're talking with Mike and the guys and Vinod to build up more parts. And right now there's no plan to add new parts for in-game cash.
Yeah.
It's just we're pretty.
Sorry to interrupt, but
Yep.
right now when we add new cars, we actually add new body kits for those cars every time that they come out, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
From starting from brand new from scratch, I think that was where the question was going. Brand new, like hoods, for example, for in-game cash. That's not as much of a priority. As Drew mentioned, as we do put out cars, of course, body kits and all that, and there always will be cash variants of that. But for exclusive in-game cash parts, not part of the plan right now.
All right, this is a very similar or related question. The next one is: when will we be able to buy body kits separately? So buy an individual hood, an individual spoiler, and an individual bumper.
Yeah.
And can we expect to see new aftermarket parts? We just answered that, the latter part of that question.
Yeah.
We are always adding parts when we have released cars, but in terms of buying the body kit separately,
yeah, we'd love to get there. Not this year. Potentially next year. I think that's a great idea. I'd love for you guys to sort of make your own compilation of cars. Right now you're buying them as the entire package. So again, we agree. It's just when the dev team and when we can sort of break them out.
Yeah,
it's a big undertaking.
We've got our features lined up for the rest of this year,
Yeah.
and that's something like, if we were going to do this, we would probably do it as part of a bigger package with visual customization, and that's something that we're going to look to the community for feedback on. And this is a good piece of it in terms of if we're going to do something with visual customization, we want to be able to do things individually. That's something that we would look at. So thank you for that.
Yep.
Again, next question: when are you guys going to be adding more vinyls? We just kind of answered that. Well, Mike, we know they're very busy working on supercars right now. We want to. Right now, there's as of this recording, there's 3 supercars, about to be 4 once Tuesday comes out. Well, by next Tuesday there'll be 5 supercars, and we need to get more supercars out. So that's kind of our priority right now, to make sure that there's a good field of competition within the game in terms of the S class.
Vinyls are a priority, but not as much as like the next major elite car. Something that Mike is sketching out and concepting right now. So that's what we have him tasked with right now.
All right. Next question, Mark. You're gonna have to answer this one because I have no clue. When will we ever get any of the Blacklist cars or other classic Need for Speed cars?
Yeah. So what I would love for Drew to do actually is put up potentially a cool poll and get your guys' feedback. Let's look at all the Blacklist cars. Let's look at a lot of the cars that have been in the past Need for Speeds. Let's list out maybe the top 5 or top 10 of them, and you guys choose. And I'd love to in the next couple of months get Mike and Vinod, the car team, to build that out for you guys. So if you guys would like to, we'll build it.
Cool. I got a poll that I'm going to do before that happens.
Okay.
So which we'll get into. Okay.
Okay.
Next question is, this is definitely actually completely related. Do you guys have any plans to retune the weight of the cop/traffic cars? This has been a big piece of feedback from the communities ever since we released skill mods. This Sunday, I'm actually going to put up a poll on Twitter, Facebook, and the forums, asking you guys what you think. And based on that, the team will take that and do what we got to do.
If we have an overwhelming response either way, we'll react. So if you guys feel it's cool, we'll leave it. If you guys think they need to be tuned up, we'll tweak it.
All right. So look for that on Sunday, probably Sunday afternoonish, or actually maybe Sunday. Next question is, will we see more SUVs in the game? This is a particularly exciting topic.
Yeah, so SUVs, there's a few in our backlog. Before more SUVs come in, we're looking at bringing in some, potentially a cool truck.
Very cool truck, yeah.
So that right now is more of a priority, just because we do have our own in-house SUV. That was the BFH edition, Need for Speed World sort of SUV that we brought in. So we have that one there. Next one is a big truck that potentially could be used for Team Escape, so that's a priority.
All right, so we just hit the 15-minute mark. We're on our last question.
Yep.
Will you ever add the option to race without traffic? This is, again, one of the big pieces of feedback that's been coming for almost a year, maybe even longer than a year now, and it's something that we're actually starting to look into.
Yeah, it's something that you guys have been screaming for. We've been prototyping it. I know Melvin and Aslan have been playing with it on the design side, and it's something that we're feeling pretty strong about. We like how it feels in the game. It fits, and you guys love it. So we're looking to roll this out.
Okay, and just for clarification on that, that does not mean it's going to be coming out anytime soon.
Yeah.
That's months. We're talking on the months timeline, just to make sure we're setting expectations though. So, yeah. And that's all the questions we had. So we know this was a long one. It was a lot to get through. We wanted to speak to car classes too, and so we thank you guys for sitting down through the entire video and listening to us.
For sure.
And we're trying to record probably 2 weeks from now, just because we had such a long one. And Mark, you got a lot of catching up to do from your vacation. So thank you guys for tuning in.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.